it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. I'm sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set. We're set as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They run with Hines. He will have the first. Down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Cameron Hayward on the tackle. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Colts.
Let's go! It's a yard! Check, check, check! That's it! Go!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Indianapolis.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marcus Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
50. 230. Mike, 58, right there. Squeeze, double. Check.
On second down, here's Fournette.
Go.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense and trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ebron's got it. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Here we go.
You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career, and numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October of 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game like 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deon Cain, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Now Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. You're alert.
This is Fournette. And he loses the football a second time. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
From the 38, Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down.
Come on, set. Pittsburgh. Watch the flat. Watch the flat.
Brissett to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, Brissett. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will find his man on the outside. That's good for 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Hines. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 1st down, Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Come on.
Brissett sets to throw it. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Hines. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They go play action with Brissett. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Brissett. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. T.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey! Double bump. Easy, easy. 44, Mike, 44. Watch, hey, seam 6.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
58, right over there. No spacing. 58, right there. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. These two. Go! 58 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Devin Funchess with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Wide open receiver, complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Hines. And the ball is knocked out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Charlie. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Roethlisberger, and he gets it to Funchess complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Jack 16, middle. 5.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go deep for and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devin Funchess. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A first down throw for Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Brissett on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
Throwing. Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready. I got it. Switch.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Brissett to throw on first. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Slam. Check. Lucky.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Funches has it complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run on first down with Jackson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Focus. Check.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
180. Mike, go, go, go. No. Off. 50.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Looking deep here for Ebron. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Alert. Check 26. Pilot, 64, weak. 58, 58, Mike. He can't hang. Hey, orbit.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Twist.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. Past the 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll cut it to the right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch his slap. Watch his slap.
Ben to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Devin Funchess. 29 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Again, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ready? Hey, Lobo, stick it to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st down, it's Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Brissett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. third. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deon Cain with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.